Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and good morning to everyone. We are from group 7 and our product is automated Clothesline. Okay. Problem statement. As we know, Malaysia are a country with unpredictable climate. Thus, the effect of rainfall on clothes is causing the clothes to collect an excessive amount of water. So, it will require more time to get it dry completely. If no one was at home to pick up the clothes, when the owner come back, there is a high chance that the clothes are still wet. And of course, they will need to rewash or spin the water out from the clothes again. About us, our company is Clothesline Sendirian Berhad. We are focused on household goods that currently being marketed through a wholly owned Bumiputra company, HMD Prima Sendirian Berhad. We are inspired in our company was built up in 2010 with a desire to share and enhance the life of other people through their expertise and deep interest in the home's interior needs. We had already developed 3 products, which is an stainless steel 3-rod and 4-rod modern dress shirt and stainless steel stylish modern dress shirt. Okay. Our firm partner is Kayens Malaysia Sdn Berhad. Kayen as a leading provider of sensors, measurement system, laser markers, microscope and machine vision system worldwide. Kayens is at the forefront of factory automation. They strive to develop innovative and reliable products to meet the needs of their customer in every manufacturing industry. Kayens had already grown rapidly since 1974 to be an innovative leader in the development and manufacture of industrial automation and inspection equipment worldwide. Their products include code readers, laser markers, machine vision system, measurement system, microscope, sensors, and static detectors. Okay, our external strategy is joint venture. We build out joint venture with the Kayens Malaysia Sdn Berhad and become new, which is Kayens Clothesline. Why joint venture? Because the agreement is less complex and less binding. Joint venture also was useful to expand in a new market, improve our product line, and develop an edge over a competitor. Our company may have the manufacturing facilities, but the production technology that required by Kayens distribute our new product. This strategy alliance between the two companies gave us an access to the equipment without buying or renting it. Okay, why Kayens Sdn Berhad? Because their service. Okay, technically, Kayens trains sales engineers to have an extensive product knowledge along with the industry application and experience. Their service for support customer with an extensive manufacturing and automation knowledge. And of course, their service was a fast delivery system to ensure that we get their product whenever we need. Okay, for the global network, Kayens Malaysia Sdn Berhad is the company that have grown into a global leader in the automation industry. They rapidly to 220 offices in 46 countries and serve over 250,000 customers living in 110 countries. We not only receive the most advanced product in the industry, but we also rely on their worldwide network.
This is the basic process of R&D that involved in the production of self-activating clothesline. Okay, the first one is foster ideas. Second, focus ideas. Third, develop ideas. Fourth, prototypes and trials. Fifth is regulatory, marketing, and product development activities. And the last one is launch. Whenever a company introduces a new product, this somehow takes roughly numerous opinions and alternative solutions into the evaluation. A phase of generation of ideas often referred to as ideation. The aim of this is the collective and individual attribution with innovative ideas, and perhaps chances is sometimes identified as being among the greatest performance indicators for a company. This would be the innovative phase at which innovative knowledge is generated and business opportunities will be recognized. So, our R&D team carry out the brainstorming session concerning our new model during this phase. A brainstorming refers to the understanding as well as clarification of product and then narrows down to significant and best approach opportunities for improvement and consideration analysis of existing product which has been on the market. Our team conducted the market study by providing the customer with a survey questions to express their opinion on the current clothesline in the market. Brainstorming is indeed a productive method for evaluation that enables several or even more alternatives to a specific issue, which is the users worried that their clothes getting wet when they are not be at their home to take their clothes when raining. The purpose of this approach should be to achieve the succession among successful cooperative relationships via brainstorming session among all of the team, which produce as many ideas as possible whom evaluation and judgment would take place afterwards. This is the ideas of components for our product that have been discussed by our R&D team during the brainstorming session. Our firm designed and developed a self-activating clothesline for consumers through using materials including a water sensor, microcontroller, electric motor, roll-out awnings, and others, with the purpose of achieving the following objectives, which is the detection of the existence of rain and protect the clothes from rain. So the concepts will be truly discussed during focus ideas discussion. During this stage, the team could already analyze current products as well as evaluate what unique each revolutionary idea and how well those can be produced. It involves evaluation process and idea screening process. The best option for selecting the materials, components, circuits as well as hardware that is used in the self-activating clothesline process will be explained in precise terms during this phase. The requirements were indeed selected to meet the wants and needs of consumers. Idea screening has been attempting to take place during this stage. The ideas presented during brainstorming process will be narrowed down to include an actual assessment to evaluate whether these ideas seem to be relevant as well as value the much more through study. The screening process starts quantifiably as well as progressively. While more data is gathered, the quantitative assessment of an expected results for the item, manufacturing, industry, as well as financial. Evaluation is also a repetitive as well as a progressive procedure, but only because the need to refer with the first screening throughout the last evaluation unless the specification had already modified and also the assessment requirements were not extended and applied. The objective of the idea screening would be to acquire innovative techniques but also to remove ideas that might be failure. When the ideas do not meet the requirement of the screening process, the concept should be abandoned and thus the process has begun with generation of idea. This is the conceptual design for self-activating clothesline. A water sensor is used to indicate the presence of rain as well as the electrical potential has been resolved so the signal could be transmitted to the microcontroller. Therefore, the microcontroller instructed the motor to roll the awnings in or out where the laundry would have been protected from rain. During this phase, when the idea was already carefully considered, it can be merged with a survey conducted to analyze overall system performance. This is the ideas that are going to be developed. We choose the outdoor foldable clothes hangers because the design could work perfectly to solve problem, which is to protect the clothes when rain falls. The laundry hanger stays on a roller, carrying the lower part of the system, which to roll in and out of the awnings to protect the clothes from rain. The water detector circuit has been selected as sensor to detect the presence of rain because the detector was not sensitive to sunlight. The microcontroller control system obtains input signals from water sensor devices. The output of microcontroller will be sent to the engine control system to control the movement of the motor. The LDR are used to detect the presence of the sun, while the LCD are used to display sun or rain according to the signals from the LDR and water sensor. A bidirectional DC motor is being used since it can provide rotational movement to roll in and out of the awnings either in clockwise or anti-clockwise direction. Constant rotational movement is being used for the roll out of the awnings to prevent clothing from getting wet.
My name is Siti Nurhanani binti Musa, matric number 256881. I will present about prototypes and trials. It is unique because different than the normal clothesline. The prototype is a movable drying rack with awning and water sensor that can detect the weather. It is organized as all the electrical components in the control panel such as sensor, power supply and motor were placed accordingly to their layout design to successfully carry out the function effectively. It is also cost-effective as affordable electrical components used to prevent excessive costs if the components fail or damaged. An innovative product at affordable prices that can make the daily routines of users easier. Benefits of self-activating clothesline. It is created to protect the clothes from getting wet due to rain. The awning will automatically roll out as the LCD screen displays rain and the water sensor able to detect the presence of rain. For trials, the trials are suitable to run under major weather because the sun shines more in the northern part rather than in the other parts of measure. Some tests were made to make sure that the awning can come out successfully out of the storage. Then some more trials ran on the prototype under different rains. Light and heavy rain to make sure the awning automatically spreads out in the 10 seconds after the sensors in the control panel sense the rain. The LCD then shows the condition of the power supply and the surrounding temperature.
Next is regulatory. Regulatory is related to control or direct by a rule, principle, or a method. In research and development, regulatory is the most important thing for make sure the process of R&D runs smoothly like a plan. We are in our product innovation, we are focused on a few phases in R&D process to make an extraordinary product. First is idea generating phase. In idea generating phase, we need to check out and identify for make sure the focus idea is the real idea that company wants. We need to monitor whether the idea will solve the problem or not. We need to regulate the brainstorm product issue, identify the existing R&D process is suitable or not, make a review of customer complaint record, and discuss with the partner or supplier to capture a knowledge. Second is design phase. In the design phase, we are focused on 5 aspects such as the tendency of innovation, creativity, design of originality, strength, and marketability. Also, ergonomic aspect for customer safety. Third is prototype phase. Regulatory in prototype phase is to ensure the product will function like planned without any problem. The goods material will ever produce the good product condition. Last is trial phase. Trial phase is a testing process of the product whether it can function as well or not. We will assess the impact of this product in terms of safety, that's product safety to the customer, durability of material used, and the reaction product to a changing environment. Next is marketing. Marketing is a process such as researching, promoting, selling, and distribution to customer a product or service. In our product, have some following steps for market our product. First is identify the target audience. Second, read the signal through research. Third is communicate the value that brand aim to create. Okay, first identify the target audience. A true understanding of how segmentation and targeting work in marketing will help identify the target market. The target market is basically the segment or group of people who are most likely to be our customer. Second is read the signal through research is understand what want to be heard by the target market, identify the needs and requirement, method and communication are most comfortable, and then prepare our plan. Third is communicate the value that brands aim to create, convey the message in a way the guarantee that customer looking for, like make a page of quality, most competitive price, benefit that cannot be offered by the others, or value on top of what is offered by competitors based on an assessment of the product or service. Product development. Product development is creation for product with new or different features that offer new or additional benefit to customer. So we have 6 steps for product development. First is ideation, research, planning, prototyping, sourcing, and production. In ideation, we're using a Scamper model to identify our product idea. Scamper stands for substitute, combine, adapt, modify, put to another use, eliminate, and reverse or rearrange. For research, we make some analysis to identify our competitor strength and find the best supplier or partner for make sure all equipment or technology can apply as well as good. Next is planning. make a suitable and awesome design, and the end product must be ergonomic design and easy to use. Prototyping. This is for make the product to use as a sample. In this product, we use AutoCAD software to create the Clothesline prototyping. It's more easier to show and make improve of the design step. Sourcing. After done with prototyping, we find the partner and supplier to supply the sensor technology and material of the product. So we decide to choose the Kiin Sdn Bhd company for supply our sensor technology. Lastly is production. We will start with our production level and launch our product into the market.
Launch. The prototypes are tested with few colors on the hanging post, on the storage and the control panel. The team at the marketing department conduct a survey on social media about the colors, sizes and designs to identify customer preferences. Some improvisations of a few other different versions of the hanging rack were made in terms of size, color and design, and the blueprint for each of them, and the control panel being created and sent to the manufacturers. After receiving some samples from the manufacturer, the products were running under trials in case of damage, and luckily all of them can function well.
In conclusion, research and development in innovative product is focused on idea generating and design. Our company, Clothesline Sdn Bhd, make a joint venture with Kiin Sdn Bhd to gain a sensor technology equipment. Our product, self-activating clothesline, is a grand product for a modern lifestyle habit to reduce the burden of housework.